And there's the Bane Wolf there. Just look at how good that Bane Wolf is at taking down all of these reactors here with its chem cannon. But notice as well that Texaneous has got a Tank Buster Squad out there. Tank Buster Squad does a great job at busting things that are similar to tanks, and that's exactly what it's doing right there. It looks like, yep, the Tank Buster is going to go ahead and jump into the Orc Clown Car there and get ready for their next engagement. Meanwhile, the 12-man Guardsman Squad is moving up here to the north, getting a nice little flank on this Luda Squad here. And also capping the central victory point. That's obviously the important part about what's going on there. The Bane Wolf, again, taking out that second generator, but you can see that using the mobility of the war truck here, the Tank Busters are having no problem just kind of chasing after the Bane Wolf. But the Bane Wolf did get a little bit of damage done, so that's pretty good. Tank Busters being forced to retreat here. And taking a look over here on the right-hand side, we see, again, proximity mines. Proximity mines all over the place. The Catachans, though, doing a pretty darn good job at kind of negating that. And the Bane Wolf just charging along. We'll see a little bit of chem cannon usage here. That's looking pretty good. Just kind of spraying up these gentlemen. And, man, look at how aggressive he's being with that war truck there. But check out the Catachan Devils using their high explosive shot. And now we have the autocannon out as well. I love seeing really clever autocannon usage there by Imperial Guard players. But we can see, oh, God, this Bane Wolf is getting so beaten up here. He's got to be careful. The potential for having Tank Busters hopping out of that. Oh, God, and there goes the Bane Wolf being wrecked by Tank Busters. Jumping out of the war truck, getting back into the war truck, and heading off to brighter pastures there. But the heavy weapon squad these days, pretty sweet. He has been upgraded to have a Sarge as well, so it has that nice little defensive bubble around it, as well as a few extra models. But the autocannon, pretty cool. Very effective against infantry, or at least more effective than if it had been like a last cannon or something like that. And still pretty darn good as a light counter to vehicle. So definitely very capable of kind of wrecking up on war trucks and whatnot there. And I love the sound of it too. Kabam! Nice looking autocannon there. I'm not sure what he's firing at though. Taking a look up here, we do have the infiltrated Catachan Devils who are on the move, obviously cloaked by the Inquisitor's armor. What the hell is it called again? What does the Inquisitor have? The Interrogator's armor. There we go. Going to go ahead and use the infiltrate ability off that to get a nice little flank. Those guys do fantastic. And now they're even going to go ahead and beat up on some mines here and that sort of thing. So the score is looking pretty good right now. You can see Dullahan is up 423 to 281 right now from Texaneous. Texaneous, though, has a gorgeous gen bash going on right now. Going to go ahead and take down quite a few of these generators. He does have the Sluggo Boys with their burners hacking and slashing away at the power node itself, whereas the Tank Busters are just kind of focusing down those generators. Looking pretty good there. More towards the middle, we do have, looks like that autocannon squad setting up for a nice flank, and the Catachan Devil's probably going to go ahead and knock back anyone who tries to get into that vehicle. Oh, a little bit slow, though. Unfortunately, they were able to get in there ahead of time. And probably just going to go ahead and make a dramatic exit here using their war truck. More towards the center. Again, we can see the Shooter Boys coming back out to try and capture some of these points. But you can see Guardsmen to the north, double Guardsmen up there, doing a pretty good job capping stuff here. Unfortunately, this Inquisitor is getting quite beat up here. Oh, there she goes. Going to go ahead and call in that Hell Fury strike right there. Oh, I see what happened there. Also using the combination of the immobilizing, crippling volley ability right there from the bolt, the crossbolt pistol. So that's definitely looking pretty sweet there as well. Taking a look around here, we can see that he is definitely, Texaneous is all the way up here to tier 3, so perhaps we'll see some of that. Oh, a point-blank shot coming out of this Manticore that was just built. Oh my god! Beautiful looking point-blank shot right there. Not only wrecking the war truck, but also hitting all of the gentlemen who just popped out of it. That was a terrific, terrific shot right there. A little bit of forced melee right there by the Catachan Devils on the way home just to drive that. Just to do some last couple of casualties on those gentlemen. And things are looking pretty good for Dullahan, actually. That was definitely a pretty smooth move there indeed. Now, this is kind of clever. So it looks like Dullahan has taken pretty good central map control, and he's just going to go ahead and really fortify up the center right now using his multi-laser turrets. Looks like he is going to complete both of them. The multi-laser turrets within this range will also prevent additional generators from going down, so that's a pretty nice controlling move there, especially if he has a bit of an advantage with the Manticore being out. He does have to be careful, though, because Texaneous is tier 3, but for the time being, Dullahan just has some humongous-looking blobs on the field right now. Level 2 Guardsmen, level 2 Guardsmen, level 2 Heavy Weapon Squad, level 2 Catachans out there, level 2 Inquisitor, whereas the Mech Commander is level 3, level 1 Slugga, level 2 Shuda, level 2 Shuda, and level 1 Luda. So he's got a slight level advantage there too as well, since all of Dullahan's units are at level 2. We can see he's just got wonderful control over the map right now. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this generator farm. Again, having these multi-laser turrets here, they do quite a bit of damage to generators once they're sitting around like that. Now you can see why this is so powerful. Texaneous is just trapped in his base right now. His only way out of his base is through the north, which does make it a lot harder for him to attack the middle position, especially as defended as it is right now. We can see here it looks like, oh man, what happened down here? We did just lose a mech commander while the Inquisitor was fighting out here. So the Inquisitor's at quite low health. Perhaps they had a little bit of a skirmish going on down there. The Inquisitor coming out on top, going to go ahead and cap down south here. Here we can see that it looks like the Slugger Boys are going to go ahead and swamp him, chasing down the rest of the Catachan Devils. Catachan's quite beat up, getting knocked all the way back to just 2 models right now, and now the Slugger Boys see their real target. They're going to go ahead and pounce on top of this Manticore. Manticores have no hit points, 275 hit points, going down to 0 very quickly here, and unfortunately there's just nothing around right now to save it. Bam! Down goes the Manticore. Hell Fury Strike right on top of that as well, but that doesn't matter. They're able to get out of there just in time. Going to take some losses on the way out here as they take some forced melee perhaps. And meanwhile, I can just hear the autocannon being used against this looted tank, which is now in the field. So that's Texaneous' way out, using a looted tank. Definitely not too bad. Ooh, look at that. Totally wrecking all of that stuff right there. So the way out of the front of his base is clear, and he has also managed to get a double cap. 2 to 1 right now, but Texaneous is just losing control of the middle. That was just kind of an incidental thing that he happened to cap onto that right now. So 410 points for Dullahan, 191 for Texaneous, but Texaneous does have a mean-looking battle tank on the field, which unfortunately needs to get some repairs here. He doesn't have any armor upgrades or anything like that. I failed to mention this Chimera came out during the middle of all of that Manticore getting beaten up shenanigans that was going on earlier here, but the Chimera definitely very brutal late game because of the fact that we have these 12-man squads of guardsmen out there. They can just kind of reinforce and huddle around that Chimera for warmth, looking pretty good there. Note the heavy weapon squad setting up, getting a mean little flank right there. And kaboom, just going to go ahead and it looks like he took a Hammer of the Witches there and got stunned a little bit. Autocannon focusing on him now, but as you can see, pointing the wrong way, and even getting even setting off a bunch of those proximity mines there. So heavy weapon squad reorienting maybe to try and get some shots off, but unfortunately he's just too well focused here. And the Inquisitor again, a bit of sloppy usage here on this Inquisitor. I think he was focusing too much on the heavy weapons team there, and that Inquisitor just got picked off as a result. We can see, however, though, backing the heavy weapon squad up, he can reinforce it from the Chimera, though, so that's looking pretty sweet as well. The looted tank starting to take quite a bit of damage here, actually. Returning fire quite ably, but it looks like, oh no, the looted squad that was stuck in that guard tower there actually got completely taken out. And now we have just a massive charge of guardsmen coming all the way down here. So you can see the Imperial Guard kind of in all their might right here in this this part of the battle right now. Just absolutely control the map. And on the right-hand side, again, a nice-looking Gen Bash here. Obviously, the Gen Bash doesn't matter that much at this point in the game, but what does matter is that he can use this to kind of relieve the pressure on the center by kind of forcing him to come back. And bam! Look at that! Look at that Hell Fury strike once again, forcing the retreat instantly. And now all of these gentlemen here, looks like they didn't even try to melee too much there, just going to continue doing range damage. Here comes the big blobby melee here. If everybody punches at the same time, oh no, unfortunately not. They're actually just going to head down to the south and cap some stuff. Looks like the Chimera is really out here all by himself, taking quite a bit of damage. Hopefully someone's going to come along to repair that Chimera at some point. Yeah, a whole bunch of... Oh no, those are actually just Catachans. Never mind. But as you can see, Texaneous is just trapped in his base. He really needs something special to get him out of here. On the bottom side, well, actually, I'm going to stay here and watch this for a second. As you can see, that looted tank, oh god, is actually almost getting picked off by that autocannon team. We can see that the mech commander came out there just to kind of engage them in melee and do some damage. The heavy weapon team setting up. He looks like he's going to risk taking some casualties to get some extra shots, and yes, he does it! He totally takes out that looted tank in his own base. Unfortunately, though, sacrificing his heavy weapon squad, which just got wrecked by all the base defenses there. But, you know, it was perhaps a pretty good trade. Trading a heavy weapons team, even with the autocannon upgrade, certainly worth a looted tank. This Chimera, however, is taking quite a lot of damage here, being beaten up a little bit. I think what happened was the Inquisitor just popped out right then and used that crippling volley ability just to kind of hold down the Slugger Boys. And now it looks like the Chimera is going to be okay for the time being. However, it does need some guardsmen up here at some point to kind of help out with that. These two humongous blobs of guardsmen are very happy to answer that call, charging up and slamming headlong into the mech commander. The mech commander getting so low, oh, not even having time to teleport out of danger, just getting absolutely focused down by these humongous blobs of guardsmen there. And yeah, level 4 guardsmen rock. Look at that, level 4 guardsmen for Dullahan, level 3 for the other squad. and now they're just going to show up, get reinforced by the Chimera, and hopefully repair it a little bit. That Chimera is certainly looking pretty beat up. But speaking of beat up, just look at what those proximity mines are doing. They are really slowing down Dullahan. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. He is able to just kind of tough through it quite a bit there. But man, that is definitely brutal. Ooh, look at that. Once again, hitting more and more mines all throughout here. The Inquisitor going to grab the middle position. North position is under control by Catechins. Southern position is indirectly defended by all this stuff in the center. And stuff is looking really good right now for Dullahan. He's up 349 points to 134 for Texaneous. Texaneous moving out once again with his Sluggo Boys. Again, he's trying to sneak out. If he can get out unnoticed, he can go down and start capping the southern positions, helping himself out. This is always a great move. Whenever your opponent has a 3 cap and is balled up in the middle, send light attacks simultaneously to the north and south. And that's exactly what he's trying here. Unfortunately, both attacks appear to be failing. Looks like the Catechans are very well equipped to deal with that. Beating the hell out of a bunch of Shooter Boys in melee combat, using Old Reliable, and just wrecking these guys in general. You even saw that crippling volley coming in to finish them off, however they were already retreating. Looks like we even had some Stormtroopers being called in here. So the Stormtroopers, just again, more humongous anti-infantry stuff right there going on right now for Dullahan there. And he's looking pretty sweet here. Those are the, you know, the infiltrated Stormtrooper call-in that the Inquisitor has. So anyhow, look at that, lots of nice manner here. That's one thing I like about watching really skilled gentlemen play against each other, is that for the most part, they have pretty good manner here. So I think that's always the right move. It's near the end of a game. Compliment your opponent. Just kind of decompress a little bit. Talk about what happened. Not a bad move at all, especially since a lot of times you'll end up playing the same people over and over again anyways. We can see once again a looted tank coming out right now for Texaneous, but I do think that it's just a little bit too late here. It is going to show up in the battlefield, put some damage onto this Chimera, but right now it's just going to be too late right now. 13 points left for Texaneous. He was able to decap the bottom position, however, his attack on the north is meeting with a lot of Catachan Devil resistance, and oh god, I think that whole squad is going to get taken out. No, he just barely avoided it, but it doesn't matter. Points run out, so congratulations to Dullahan. You may have known him previously as It's Sexy Time, but he changed his name to Dullahan. And once again, a fantastic game by Texaneous. I welcome him back into playing more ladder games because he is a fantastically entertaining person to watch. So once again, I'm giving out some Dark Angel DLC codes Friday, April 29th. So go ahead and follow HarlequinCasts on Twitter if that even remotely interests you. Otherwise, just keep watching my videos. You guys are awesome. Talk to you next time.